Today, the churches in the world are keeping worship on the first day of the week. However, we must ask ourselves, is this the day of worship that God has appointed? When we understand this, we can discern if the church is following the truth of God as it is, or if it is following falsehood that is like weeds. It is written in the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is a place where only those who do the will of Father can enter. Then we should distinguish which church follows the will of God, shouldn't we? As a matter of fact, the Bible teaches us that Sunday, when Jesus Christ was resurrected, was the first day of the week. Mark chapter 16, verse 1. When the Sabbath was over, which day was over? When the seventh day was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome brought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. Very early on the first day of the week, meaning the day after the seventh day Sabbath, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb, and they asked each other, "Who will roll the stone away from the entrance of the tomb?" But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled away. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. "Don't be alarmed," he said. "You are looking for Jesus the Nazarene, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him." These verses also depict the scene where Jesus Christ was resurrected as it is. The resurrection of Jesus Christ took place on Sunday, the first day of the week. Regarding this fact, the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke are recorded like that. Today's so-called Sunday worship is not defined as a Sabbath day in any of the 66 books of the Bible. This is because the Bible clearly states that the Sabbath day is the seventh day, and the day Jesus was resurrected on was the first day. Therefore, the first day can never be the Sabbath day. Since the creation of the world, God made the seventh day holy and appointed it to be a day of blessing. However, all the churches in the world today keep worship on Sunday and not on Saturday. By turning to Exodus chapter 31, let us see what promise God has given to us through the Bible in regards to the seventh day, the Sabbath day. Exodus chapter 31, verse 13. Say to the Israelites, "You must observe." Whose Sabbaths must we observe? God's Sabbaths. "You must observe my Sabbaths." This will be, what will this be? A sign between me and you for the generations to come, so you may know that I am the Lord who makes you holy. Observe the Sabbath, because it is, what is it to us? It is a sacred day to us, holy to you. Anyone who desecrates it, what happened to them in the Old Testament times? They must be put to death. Whoever does any work on that day must be cut off from his people. For 6 days, work is to be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whoever does any work on the Sabbath day must be put to death. According to the Bible, God says that the Sabbath day is a sign between God and His people. God is telling us that He makes all mankind holy and allows them to be born again, to become the heavenly people more and more through every Sabbath day. For this reason, it is written in Nehemiah chapter 13 that desecrating the Sabbath day is described even as a wicked thing. According to the Bible, the first offerings of mankind were Abel's offering and Cain's offering. God rejected Cain's offering, but He accepted Abel's offering. Even on the earth today, countless worship services are offered up to God in heaven every week. Nevertheless, we must confirm through the Bible which worship is acceptable to God and pleasing to Him.